Maybe it was my rap video. I'm not sure what happened, man. After that thing hit, like it's like buyer, buyer, buyer.
Hey guys, it's Zalunardo and Hussein Kabani with the podcast East Meets West, and we're here to talk about some weekly strategies regarding real estate, and also we've got a topic coming up because we had a question sent in from one of our listeners, Holly, we won't mention her last name, and just regarding the Don Mills and Eglinton new LRT.
Yeah.
Cool, buddy. How was your week?
Week has been good, actually. So far, like this month, or closing off April, we actually ended up doing a bunch of buyer sales. So usually we're on the listing side. Yeah, we're usually on the listing side. Good. Yeah, but we ended up getting a bunch of buyers, and for some reason we're like piled up with buyers right now.
Yeah.
Maybe it was my rap video. I'm not sure what happened, man. After that thing hit, like it's like buyer, buyer, buyer. So
good.
So
some awareness.
Yeah, man. So we've had a bunch of buyers, a lot of good deals, and then just working kind of in that market I'm working in Pickering and Ajax, I get to know a lot of the people, so the deals start to become a little bit easier to handle with the other agents. But so far we've had a good April, a good second quarter so far. We have a couple of listings that are coming up. We have a listing that we're going to reprice. So yeah, it's moving along really well. Things are still moving really well in that east side. Yeah, like there was a house that was listed in like the northeast side of Pickering recently. Older house. It was listed at like $699. Ended up selling for just under $700,000.
Yeah, nice.
They ended up with I think almost 20 offers. We made an offer, so I know.
Really?
Yeah.
Under 7 or 8?
Just under 8, like under 800,000. So it came up almost $100,000 in price. And the area, to be honest, in my opinion, wasn't anything spectacular. It was probably somewhere in that 760, 770 range. Someone probably paid an extra $30,000 or $40,000 for this property. But it just goes to show you, like, the spring market is alive and it's still booming. So
like crazy.
As long as you, like what we talk about all the time, as long as your pricing is good, presentation and the marketing behind it,
you're good to go.
You're good.
Yeah, I noticed that too because we did a bunch of sales too in this month. It was actually a really, really good month. A bunch of inventory. I didn't even know how many listings we pulled in. It was crazy. And then also the sales, right? We did a ton of sales. And for example, even going to a bidding war, we did a buyer sale last week. And so they had 2 offers in. I told my clients they're gonna buy something else. You know what happened? Those 2 offers ended up bailing. They both came in. One was really crap. One was, I guess, not where they were liking. And then we went back and we negotiated a deal.
Nice.
The day after. I'm not gonna be pressured into that shit, right? Because there's so much inventory right now. You know, going back to the market, we have over 18,000 units as of this week.
Yeah.
So imagine that. So the inventory's definitely picked up, and things are selling. So we had 18,000 units on the market as of Monday, but we also had about 1,600 sales or something, 1,200 sales.
So we've kind of talked about inventory quite a bit, right? So where would you say the point of where inventory, should it rise to this level, you would say, like, you know, it's not that good anymore, and now we're getting too much inventory.
Yeah, I think we're right in the cusp of that. I think there's still a big flow of buyers right now. I see even like low-rise residential new construction sales, like here in Clanbridge.
You're seeing it pick up?
Yeah, there's a lot of sellout like right now, a lot of huge flow of people right now, and which is cool. But I think once you hit that 21, 22,000
there you go.
mark,
That's the number. I agree. That's the numnumber. Yeah. Once you hit 21, 22,000 listings.
As the population grows, that number will become irrelevant. It'll be like a 16,000 inventory where it's not effective.
Yeah.
But as of now, I think that 22, 23,000 mark will shut it. We'll slow it down to time to buy.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. Like we're at that cusp of basically saying, like, you know, it's close, right? 18 to 20,000 listings is only 2,000 listings, so it's not that much, right? So I think with a little bit of fluctuation in the marketplace, you could be at the 20,000, just over 20,000 pretty easily.
We're doing about 1,000 a week.
Yeah.
So what happens is the inventory is still pumping. So we're trading about 2,000. There's 2,000 contracts per week getting signed right now. So either they're getting signed to get on the market or getting signed in a contract to get sold.
Purchase. Yeah.
So 2,000 per week. Once the selling portion goes away, like let's say it slows down because the summer's coming, you don't have those 12 to 2,000 sales per week. That's just going to build up the inventory.
Yeah.
You're going to see a lot of great properties sitting. And even for myself, like today, this morning, something came up for me as an investment because we're closing on one of the our rentals May 15th.
Nice.
So in a couple of weeks. So cash is coming, and we gotta find another investment
to dump it into.
So we found something this morning. I'm all excited. It's a perfect lot. It's everything, and then it's there's like a little hiccup, and I'm not gonna push it. it's a good property
Yeah.
in a really busy market, but I know there's better inventory coming out. I'm going to just sit tight and just spend wisely, let's call it.
Well, you know what has been said, right? Like you make your money on the purchase,
Always,
right? So you're
yeah.
going to make your money on the purchase. So it's smart of not kind of like dumping into it.
That's my saying, for sure.
Because we were talking about inventory and the seasonality almost, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think now? Like, so we're still kind of in the spring market, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that where do we see it kind of going in terms of where a stop point would be? And say for people that have their property listed on the market right now, where do you think, like, people that are, like, I have a listing or two that I'm playing with still right now for the last little while, but it's like, where do you get to a point of basically saying, all right, now I got to get real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I got to get real, and it's got to sell.
Now. Yeah,
it's timing now.
Once you get into June, you got to imagine. Just think of being a kid when you're in June, when your parents, just the mindset, or now being a dad and having kids. Like the mindset changes. Like everything sort of slows down. Where you want to, like, imagine I don't think we've seen sun. Like maybe we have, but I don't remember it since October, right?
Yeah.
So imagine now the weather starts getting great and everything. Now the grass is turning green.
Yeah.
And everyone's starting to get excited. People just don't want to do shit like spend money and stuff or go look at properties.
Houses,
they just want to like enjoy it. It's almost like
because we're in the dark for so long.
Yeah. They just want to enjoy it. So I think by the end of the I don't know, man. I think even by mid-June, like before the end of the school year, I think we're going to shut down.
But you got to be done. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Is that like for me,
30 days, I would imagine.
This is it.
35 days.
This is all I'm saying. Is like basically we're at May 1st today. I would say June.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to clear out. Like I would say mid-June you're putting yourself at risk. 100%. Like I would say every effort has to go in the next 30 days
right now,
to sell.
We're gonna have now May's gonna be another crazy month.
Yeah.
You're gonna see sales like nuts. Like every day, every time I get my emails of the current inventory from the night before, it's all sold conditional.
Yeah.
Especially my region here, I'm
I'm seeing the same thing.
Huge push with sales. So I think, you're going to just see that slow down. And that's what I'm saying with my sellers. We coached them into selling now, then we're ready to buy. And one of my clients said to me, I did a couple of deals last week, right? And so one of the guys says, now I get it, what you're saying. I said, but I've been telling you the whole time. And we adjusted. So what happens is my client said, good clients of mine, good friends too now. But she was saying that I'm not motivated yet. I'm not motivated because we had the house listed. I'm saying, guys, your house is great. It's a perfect house. Yeah. It's just priced.
Yeah.
You got a single car garage. You got a double car garage at the same price. It's huge. It's a huge. Double car is going to be worth more money. Why? Because the lot's wider, plus even if it's like a second car in the garage. So, not motivated to sell, whatever. And the price was there. We did one little adjustment. Then I started, I do that weekly report. Says everything. Like, we got to be down. Like, when I initially came in to the presentation, it was 790 to 810. That's where our range of selling was, right? I wanted to list maybe 819 or 809, something around there. So we listed 839. I go, let's give it a go. We can maybe leverage the market, but we have to be realistic as we went. Anyway, so then we ended up buying. We bought an amazing property for a good price, and then now it was like there was time to adjust the price.
Yeah, crunch time.
Yeah, and then we ended up getting it sold really right quick. And where did we get sold? Exactly where I initiated the first conversation was, right? Like literally, I think we're like $3,000 off where I said the high point range. Yeah. So. It's quite interesting. So it's always price related. And even yesterday, just dropped another property at a price reduction, 80-something thousand. But going in, I gave the range of where we should be. So we started really high, and we received one offer that kind of reflects where the value is going to end up. So now it's a matter of now we're going into the last 30 days of the stretch. We're at a better price. I think we're going to get some good paper in the next couple of weeks here. So
same here, man. We're just trying to get the inventory moving because we know the next month is going to be important. June, I think, is still going to be a good month, but I think 2 weeks into June, things are going to change.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and then July, August, we know is going to be.
I want to relax. I joined a racing league. And
we're going to join today. Yeah, we're going to join today.
So that's going to be cool.
Yeah,
I think that'll be a good stretch for the future because I want to get into actual sports car racing.
Really,
So I think that with the go-kart.
It's an introduction almost.
It's introduction, right? You start to learn the apexes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I think I'll be pretty decent on there already, but I mean we'll see. I'm curious.
Well, I've raced in Las Vegas a few times on those tracks that they have there. Yeah, so like the ones that you can rent. Not rent, but they actually have a race car driver sit with you. the feeling is intense. Like I can't believe how they let you rip it through the racetrack. Like they gauge how comfortable you are with the car, and then like basically the first turn you're going straight, and then the turn comes on you fast. And what ends up happening is that I was starting to slow down. The guy's like, no, this is not time for brake. This is gas. Like go.
Lose control.
Yeah. So like, but you're going fast, like so close to the turn, and then all of a sudden he's like, brake 100%. Like so basically the way they teach you is that, you know, you push the brake pedal up until you feel it kind of engage, and then you like hammer into the brake like 100%. You let go quickly, full make the turn, and hammer it back through the turn. It is amazing, man. Like the first time I did it, I came out of the car like shaking. It's awesome. Yeah, it's amazing. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with that.
I think it's gonna be cool. I think you know, especially I'm a huge car fanatic, and plus I love racing. I've always did, and I never got anything in competitive as a kid. My parents never got me into any competitive sports.
Yeah,
I'm gonna shed a tear now, right?
Yeah.
So you know what? This is like it's a house league for go-karting, right? For racing. I think it's gonna be fun.
I think it's gonna be awesome.
I'm super competitive, so I'm there to. I told my wife when I was taking a shower yesterday. I was like, hey, I just joined a racing league, and she's like, are you kidding? I go, yeah, I'm, you know, bi-weekly I'll be racing. I said, but I'm committed. I'm committed to win next time.
I'm gonna win.
I'm bringing that trophy home.
I'm gonna win.
Cool, man. So you want to go into Holly's question? So her question was, I'll read it out. Can you guys speak on the future of Don Mills and Eglinton area with the Crosstown LRT under construction and now this proposed Ontario line connecting the area to downtown? How bright does the future look? What some of the potential buildings what potential buildings to invest in the area? So that's her email.
Yeah.
Did some research here, pulled some stuff here just to kind of get better acquainted with what's happening. Yeah. So
like I'll kick it off a bit, but like I mean in terms of like the LRT going in, like we've always seen massive price increases in any areas where they've put in this type of infrastructure. Number one, the infrastructure is not cheap, and number two, like they're really doing it for a reason. And this is a very crowded kind of area, and getting people to move quicker through this area is going to make a huge impact.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
Like I remember, my uncle had a house at Leslie, in between Shepherd and Finch. It was a really old kind of townhouse. Even when I was young, I remember it being old. But all of a sudden, that property went up massively when the Shepherd subway line came. When the Shepherd subway line came, the property, I think it like almost tripled in price. So I think that anything that's kind of being built or already existing around this infrastructure that is going in is going to be almost a slam dunk. Yeah. One thing I would say just about that area I would try to avoid if it was me right now is some of the older buildings. Like some of the older buildings, I think either way, like if that's what you can get into, then get into it, right? I would just try to avoid some of the older buildings, especially maybe someone like Holly. I think she mentioned she was a millennial or something like that. Like, and they may not have all the money right now in order to like, close on a place. I think what a smart idea for maybe someone like a Holly would be to do is go into like, one of the pre-construction models, right? Mm. So then that way they have time to kind of make up the down payment. These properties will probably close in the next 18 months to 2.5 years, I would say. It's probably going to be a better bet for them.
They're bloody expensive, though.
Yeah.
So location we're talking about is 770 Don Mills. Yeah. Basically, is where the station's going. So that's next to the Ontario Science Center.
Yeah.
So cool little project. So I'll just go into what they're doing here. So they said that there's going to be. Let me see if this is the accurate one here. I pulled one out. There's two of them that was a year apart. So this 2617 was a different number than this one. So they're predicting to get. So it's a massive project, even just the location, what they're doing. But I forgot let me just read into this.
But even the location is going to be massive, even compared to like, how I was talking about the Shepherd subway line. It's like the Shepherd subway line, even when you went onto it, it was dead. Because I think that the population was just not there all across the Shepherd line. But I think that them building this infrastructure at the Yonge and Eglinton area, there's so much traffic there already. Like this is going to be very well utilized.
So look at the proposal. So already the builders bought this up way before. They knew this was coming down the pipe. So they're expecting 2,377 new residents, totaling 150,000 square meters of residential gross area. And so how they broke it down is 15% of those units will be studios, 50% one bedrooms, and 20% two bedrooms.
Yep. That makes sense.
And 15% three bedrooms. I'm surprised they're even making
very
three
low.
Bedrooms.
Yeah. We're going to see more of that, though.
Floor plan and stuff like that. So you kind of go into that. It's the area is not. It's a very expensive area as it is.
Yeah.
You know, there's teardowns in the area that are $1 million plus right now.
We just sold a townhouse there, or semi-detached. We just sold a semi-detached that was 15 years old. It was about 1,600 square feet, and we sold that for just under $900,000.
Yeah. So,
right?
so the area it's already doing extremely well.
Yeah.
It's not like this. Okay, is it going to have a great impact in the area? I think for convenience sake, for sure. Yeah, I get it. But now, it's already the area is already done. It was doing extremely well with prices. This house is $4, $5, $6 million in the area, like around, right? And plus, you know, the bridle path's not too far off from this. So
and I think that these condos will have even more potential, even more legs to move because of how strategically they're located. Being at Yonge and Eglinton, having the LRT over there, and already having these existing established higher price points in the area, I think that the new construction over there would still be a good bet.
So I pulled out all the new projects that are coming up in the area there. So Supersonic by Lynn West is building. Yeah. It's $1,100 a square foot.
Yeah, but these guys started to build. I think I started looking at their pricing 2 years ago, maybe more than 2 years ago. Yeah. Sonic has been around 3 years, I think. 3 years. I probably have some of the old pricing. I forgot to pull it.
So for 339 square feet, which is a
studio,
bachelor, is $400,000, $1,100 a foot without. I'm pretty sure that's without parking. That's bloody expensive.
They won't even sell you parking with that.
Yeah, that's
no, they won't even sell it.
It's another 20. 30
no, they won't even sell it at that size.
Oh no.
Yeah,
you don't
at
get
that size, they won't even sell it to you.
So $1,100 a foot.
But you don't need it because you got the LRT.
No, I get it, but you still, resale value. You want a parking.
Say for a 1 bedroom, how much are they at for a 1 bedroom now?
So 1 bedroom right now. So that's it's 430 square feet to 550 square feet.
Yeah, it's small now, man.
Which that used to be a studio before.
Yeah.
They're asking the 431 square foot mark is 486 starting.
Wow, that's a lot.
And the 552 is 600K. So it's about $1,170 to $1,200 a foot. This is like Yorkville pricing, right?
It's very expensive.
So I don't know, man. Like, would I do this if I was a millennial to pop this money in this condo? I wouldn't. I got to be honest.
As an investor, I would not do it.
I don't like condos. I got to be honest. I got to be very frank about that.
Yeah.
That's why I never promote them because I think in the long run, you don't make the kind of money you would make on a freehold house, right?
You know, I agree with you. 100%. I agree with you. The thing is that these units over here right now, for as an investor level, I wouldn't touch it. No, maybe the pricing I saw 3 or 4 years ago.
I think Holly's looking to live, I would imagine, right?
I would think that if Holly likes the neighborhood, she's comfortable with what it is, and if she wanted to pick up a unit over here, I would say, do it. Right?
Yeah.
But for an investment perspective, I don't think so.
No, I wouldn't touch it.
We sold a bunch of units into Universal City in Pickering. Like they're building 5 towers right by the GO train station. For me, that was like a good value for what it is. I can compare it to the prices around the area and stuff like that and say, hey, it's a good price, and we're in an area where the potential is still massive to grow. Like there's not a lot of infrastructure in that area. It's coming.
The thing with condos, every time I ever had to sell an investment condo for a client or sell a condo for a client, and they bought pre-construction, they bought resale, whatever they bought, the appreciation didn't matter where it was in Toronto, Vaughan, east, west, whatever it was, north, it never made money. Never. Didn't matter.
Never made money at all?
Never.
I made money on condos.
Dude, not a lot, man. So we had a guy bought a place at Yonge and Finch, great location, great building, all the amenities, even had
North Town Way.
I don't know where it was. Yeah. I sold it. I can care less.
I remember because you had.
Is that the one? Fair enough.
Yeah.
So anyway, beautiful building, huge, right?
It's nice, really nice building.
But what happened is, that when that building went up, it was state of the art.
Yeah.
Then there was another 30 buildings. I don't know the exact number. I'm saying.
Sure, there's a bunch.
That whole strip was filled with condos, which made that old and unattractive. So everyone was putting money into new buildings, which brought those values down.
You know what, man? Like, look.
Because you're competing. So you got a house on a great street. Yeah. You're competing against nobody at that time. Because when you list, you might be one neighbor selling. Sure. So you always have leverage when you're doing that. When you list a condo, not only are you looking in your building, you're looking at the whole strip.
You got a lot of inventory.
That's what I'm saying. So you're always competing. So you got a 1-bedroom condo for sale, and you got maybe like 150 you're competing against, and then one little pocket. So how do you stand out? You can stage it. You can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
You are just a victim of the max inventory.
We're gonna have a different opinion on this. Like so say this.
Yeah, for sure. That's why.
But that's okay.
West.
Yeah. but say this. Like I'll give you one of my clients' examples, right? So the thing is that we ended up purchasing in one of the North Townway buildings. I want to say it was like 4, maybe 5 years ago. I can't remember exactly. And I think the purchase price was somewhere around like that 340 number. Purchased a 2-bedroom, 2-washroom place for $340 over there. Yeah. And basically we just looked at it right now and it's just under $600,000. And it's not us coming up with the numbers. It was like, there was a unit, so I forgot what unit we're in, but the unit right below. So the floor plan, everything, the look, everything is a freaking same. But it's sold. Yeah, it's a comp sale.
$600,000.
Yeah, man, $600,000.
So he paid how much?
$340.
Okay, so he just got maybe timing.
4 years.
Yeah,
4
so
years.
He got it just before the huge upswing.
Even when, like my own personal example, right? So like I bought at Young and Shepherd at 155 Beecroft. I bought in 2007. Yeah. I bought that in 2007 and I sold it at the end of 2011. So realistically, I was there for 4 years and it went up $90K.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But if you bought a resale property at that time, how much it would have been?
But I don't know.
It's literally 20-30% of what you would have
But I think we have to also look at like, okay, so I purchased that place for $235,000. Like, what the hell am I going to buy for $235,000? So I think the other thing also is that the barrier to entry into the marketplace.
So that's because you live there. So look at the example. We had opportunities, VIP, closeouts, downtown, everywhere. We had access to everything. Where I put my money in North. Yeah. If I would have bought in the city in a condo, I would not have. I made over $300,000. I just sold these little shitty properties coming out, and they're far away from any transit. They're far away from any civilization. But I made $300K coming in. If I put that and the sale, there were $260,000 purchases in 2014. If I put that downtown, what if in Liberty Village, let's say, I would have bought something the exact same price, a 1 + 1, 260 to $300K. That thing's probably worth 4.5 right now. 4.5, 5, yeah. Try, because then it's a competition.
We have
the problem is with condos, it's like my Mercedes. I already want the newer model. Yeah. I don't want that one already. Yeah. Why? Because it's analog gauges now. I want the digital full effect. And that's the same thing with condos. They're like Gillette razor blades. They're disposable because there's always new products replenishing, and then the last building's going to top up the other building. So that's my. Now, would I put money in a condo? Yes. Where? In Yorkville. Like, it'd have to be like pristine location in the whole thing. It has to be like just perfect. Because naturally, if we kind of look at New York, look at the value of those condos there, right? We'd have to get to that certain point.
We will.
But when?
Oh, buddy, that could take 100 years.
So I'm saying.
Yeah, that could take 100 years. Like, I don't know. I don't know if we'll all be here.
I did a little research in this area too. Yeah. So if you go into the east side of the DVP, off like Wexford Heights and Victoria Village around there was like houses, older houses, probably post-war, maybe 60s, 70s built. And you can probably get one of those right now between the 800-900 range, right? Which is more than, let's say, the 400. But if this is an investment or they're going to joint venture, 2-3 people, they can buy that property and it'll kill in value.
I agree. I agree. Like if you have the buying power, I would agree to go that way. Yeah. If you don't have the buying power, I would say do something.
$1,100 a foot, man. Holy shit.
But dude, we were looking at these things before and saying like, $700 a foot. Like,
I know.
$700. Are you crazy? No one's gonna buy this.
I know.
People are buying at $1,100, man. You know what, dude? We're gonna have the same conversation. This is gonna be
when I'm gonna rock
$1,500. This is gonna be $1,500, $1,600, and we're gonna be like, what the?
No, the reality is it's true because development charges. These guys at $1,100 a foot now. So you said I don't even know how old this project is. 3 years, you said?
At least 3 years.
Why are they still selling it?
They have multiple phases of this thing. Okay. Yeah.
So there's Supersonic and a Sonic. Is that a different?
Sonic was the first one, and then Supersonic came out after, I believe. Yeah.
Double the. Double it up.
It's just what you said. This is the old one, and this is Supersonic.
This is a super of the Sonic. So
you screwed up on that Sonic.
Then it's gonna be Sonic the Hedgehog, the third one. Yeah, so I don't know, Holly. I would look into it. I think it's you're not going to lose, that's for sure. I think the value will always be there. But if you have buying power and you can get into something on the other side of the DVP as an actual house, put some money into it with maybe a joint venture, I think you do a lot better in the future, even for resale, because those are tear down houses and builder lots. So what you're paying $800 today, you can maybe sell for $1.5 tomorrow. So that's.
So I guess it comes down to it's your perspective on it, right? Like what we talk about. What is your purpose of investing? Are you going to live in the property? Are you an investor? What's your time frame of holding on to the property? What's your price point? What can you afford to put into it? Right?
Yeah,
so you got a lot of options.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you got a lot of options.
We're split between this one, eh? You love your condos, eh?
I wouldn't say I love them, but like I've seen a positive return on them.
Yeah.
So and I just love the idea that you could get in at a price point, right? Yeah. Like it's like I know my market, Pickering, very well. So the thing is that I could buy a townhouse there for like $550,000 or $600,000, but I also know I can buy a condo there for like $350,000. You know what I mean? Like, and if I can't afford to get into the 600 range or the 550, then I'm going to go
affordability for sure. But I think the only thing I don't like about condos too, and I have to buy at least one of them in the future when I diversify more of the portfolio.
Yeah.
But it's you're at the mercy of the builder. It's not, so you have to go through that phantom mortgage for at least 10 months, 8 to 10 months, where you're just paying.
Where it's closing, yeah. So interim occupancy, essentially,
yeah. So phantom mortgage, so you're basically paying the phantom mortgage for the builder.
You're paying rent.
Fair enough, yeah.
You're paying rent.
You're paying his costs.
But if you're an investor, like I'm going to fight you at every point of this thing.
It's 10 grand, right there.
But if you're renting it out, who cares?
No, I get it, but it's just, see, you're going to live in it like this lady, right?
Yeah.
So you're paying like just all this huge interest for no goddamn reason. And then it's the, you don't know if the building's going up, if it's going down, the development, you know what I mean? Look at the buildings that pulled out here in Toronto, like Bauer and Woodbridge, 2 or 3 buildings just pulled out.
They're shady.
No, development charges. Everything's gone up. They sold them at a lower rate. Now they sold them probably $500 a foot. Now they're going to sell them for $800-900 a foot.
Yeah.
Why? Development charges have gone through the roof, so they have to offset their costs. So what do? The way they structure that, because we feel like, everything's legit, and we sign the paperwork, and that's it. That's how it is. There's so many shells that go between that, because even with some of these guys here now, having corporations and having investments, I know how to use everything at arm's length so it doesn't affect me or my personal life. These guys, they'll put the project in one name, let's call it Phantom 1, and then the actual builder is Phantom 2, and then the actual company owns that is like Phantom 3, right?
Yeah.
So by the time you get to where the money is and everything, it's
gone.
Just pull the plug.
There's nothing there.
Sue Phantom 1.
Yeah.
Sue
them because they got nothing.
They're bankrupt, right?
Yeah.
We'll pull money, you won't even get your deposit back.
Yeah.
So that's scary to me. I don't like to be out of control, not to have all that control. Or maybe that's just me. Because I like resale always, because it's like, that's the product. Those are
you know what you're getting. You're buying it in that market. I know.
Yeah.
We've had the conversation. No, but I think this was a great topic. So thanks for sending in that question, Holly.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was really good, right? What else, man? You want to touch a tiny bit on mindset before we wrap this thing up? Because that's what we like talking about, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I had that talk on Sunday at
How'd that go,
NLP
man?
Canada.
That's
so it was
awesome.
good. It was a good talk. I swear it was. I'm not used to public speaking, right? It was. I got nervous, but not. My voice didn't shatter or didn't move too much. I'm a fast talker naturally, but I know I had a little bit of a jitter in my hand, and I'm looking at these. So I'm flowing, and I'm trying to look for the next point as I'm flowing, and then everything just looked white. I'm like, let me just close this thing up.
It's not gonna happen.
And I just went into it. But you know what? At the end, my coach Linda, because she's the one that hosted this, it was 6 speakers. It was a small room, 30, 40 people, something like that, and very intimate, very amazing room. And she was like, "Wow, that was amazing. So much information. This is like, wow, I'm so impressed by you. Like, holy shit, are you sure?" I thought I bombed that. Yeah. So what happens is because it's a safe room, right? So it's basically everyone in the room has to make just three things to write down, right? It says it's wish, like, wish. So 2 things you liked about the speech and 1 thing you wished it had or would improve. And they're all anonymous. So what they do is everyone writes out their post-it notes, and there's a piece of paper in the front of the room, and they just so you know who's saying it. They came out all positive. It was incredible. I was like, okay,
that's
maybe
amazing.
It did resonate. But I recorded it, so I'm waiting to see the footage. But it came out good. There's a lot of good information, because willpower, honestly, if I didn't even know what it meant before, I thought just not being lazy. When I really delved into it and looked into it, my whole life is based off that. Yeah. Everything I did is just basically pushing through. Just keep going. Be consistent. Be committed. It's the same shit all through everything as a kid.
But it works.
So it works. But I made an example during my talk. There's 2 things: people that know they have willpower, or people that know how to use their willpower.
Yeah.
If you know how to use your willpower, you can accomplish anything in your life.
Yep.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yep.
It's as simple as that.
It's the same thing, man. Like you can have the knowledge of, but if you don't use it, then what's the point, right? It's just like if you have a bunch of money and you don't do anything with it, well, what the heck is the point of having it? Just wishing for money is not good. The hell are you gonna do with it?
Some people know they have it and they'll tap into it when they need it. But if you're like, if you set your goals down on paper, you set out your prophecy letter, set out what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, and you apply your willpower to achieve these goals. That's just to redirect it. Knowing it's like a muscle, like a specific skill that you have in any type of career that you have, or if you're an athlete, if you're a great runner, you're going to use your running skills in order to accomplish your goal, whatever you're running at.
But I really think the thing that I even get away from a lot of the times, and I'm sure a lot of people do as well, is that you start putting the wheels in motion and you're starting to see this picture of how you want things to look, and you get frustrated because it doesand happen fast enough or whatever else like that. But then it's really a matter of I guess or it's what you said, right? It's just like being consistent, refocusing, going back to your letters, reading back your goals, and just being refocused. And I've mentioned it before too. It's like setting worthwhile goals. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, you need it. If you're just chasing what somebody else has and you're just like, oh, because it's cool, I don't think you're going to get there.
No, you won't get it. There's no purpose. There's a definite purpose, as Napoleon says. Once you set that definite purpose and why. So talking about my talk, how I structured it, and I think I mentioned it last week, but I started off with my goals, right? And I touched on it. So, I said my goals for the next 5 to 7 years is to be a builder developer, to build 66 houses per year. This number of houses is a direct correlation to the net money I want, so I can fuel my passions. The business is not just to earn money; it's also to set up my kids for a generational business where they can get in and then build this thing. If I build 66 houses a year, they can build it to 600 houses a year. I want them to succeed. Take it and go. I don't even want to. Just like I said, a chairman. I just want to overlook the important decision. But the CEO and the CFO, let them run with it. Let them build this business. So it's also personal. It's going to give me the money and everything I want, so I can purchase all the things that I desire. But it's also going to give me purpose to give my kids a better life. And then their job is to keep it for a generational for their kids. And then it's keep
it going.
I want it. So someone had to start the trend. Who's going to put the first shovel in the ground? I'm going to wait. No one did it for me before, so now I have to do it for the next guy. So I'll take the brunt of it now. Hopefully the next generation has an easier go at it, like my kids now, and they can build this thing.
I think that's a great idea.
But I can see it. I can see it so clearly. It's incredible. And the more I talk about it. And then the second part of that goal was with the money I naturally earned from that, was to build our family home on a 10-acre hobby farm. And be off the grid, solar power, well, septic, and have livestock and organic cropping, but also have a garage for my passions, which is cars, right? So have a separate garage there, and everything's just touching. But then there's an attachment to that goal because we come from a rural family in Italy. We're from North Italy, where farming was our nut. This is how we made our living. This is how we lived. And the last 50, 60 years in Canada, we became suburbanites. And I feel like that's where I need to be, in land. That's in my, innate. We're talking in Italy, our house was built in 1850, right? Or 1820s. That road was mapped in 1730s or something. Because I did some research when I went back to Italy.
That's crazy.
So supposedly the Zalunardos was from a nearby town. I think it was called Crosstown.
You gotta say it right.
Yeah, you gotta say it right. Yeah. But it was they purchased this whole plot of land from one destination to one town to another.
Wow.
So they were huge landowners, and then as the family got grown bigger, larger and larger, it's more fighting and more division with everything. So we got the end part near where we are now in Costapuco. So
the one thing I really like what you said is that you can vision everything, or you could see everything clearly, and I think that's really, really important. I think that even one of my coaches basically says you gotta take the time in the morning or whatever else like that, just to sit quietly and just visualize it, play it out in your mind like a movie playing. Play it out in your mind, what you see, how you want it to look, and whatever else like that, because then that gives you a little bit of I think it brings it a little bit more into reality, that you can almost grasp it, right?
And I think what happens is when you visualize it, you're playing it out, and then when you actually get into what your goal is, it's second nature because you've already played it out. Look at this. Remember basketball players that were doing There was a test there. There was one guy practicing for 2 hours or something, doing
Yes.
jump shots, and there was another guy practicing in his
Mentally.
mind.
Yeah.
And the guy that mentally practiced actually
He did better.
He did better than the other guy. So I think that's what it is. It's crazy.
Where did we hear that? Like I remember, distinctively hear
it's
it.
one of these
it.
books.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the book Drive or something.
I don't remember, but
Or Empower
definitely
Your Subconscious Mind.
Something like
a bunch of those books. Yeah, but it's interesting.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. And that's what it is. Even now, like I visualize the construction site. I see everything. I even see the mud. I see the houses how they're lined up, the curbs. Like it's just this whole like mental vision of where I want.
Yeah.
And you talk to people, and I talked to my dad yesterday because these guys they're retired too, so they don't. I'm coming in with this whole. People in our career they don't like our conversation.
Yeah.
There's so much like forward thinking, so much like go. So imagine my dad's been retired 5-6 years. I went to lunch there yesterday and I was talking and I said, I did this talk. He goes, oh yeah, you can do that too. He goes, why are you underestimating me before I said Of course I could do that. I was a little jittery, but we did it, right? You got to push yourself.
Yeah.
Then I was talking about the building. Oh, this and that. And he's thrown back with like how like aggressive I am. I said, why do you think it's so hard for us? It's not.
It's taking the actions.
It's going to be difficult. I'm not going to say it's not, but we have the potential. I've met people in this new career where I want to go into, and they're not better than us. They're not better than me. I see them. I can offer more in this business. I can be more diligent. I know the way I am. So I just need to break that ground. We have the land up north. It's not like it's just timing right now. And it's just basically once I start, I'm going to go. And people say, well, you get into 60 houses, it's a big site. Doesn't mean it's going to be all on one site, because that's a huge project.
Yeah, it
it's
is.
Later. 12 townhouses here, 10 here, 5 there. I don't want to build Ferraris. I want to build Toyotas.
Yeah.
Good product,
I agree.
cost effective, and
they always keep moving. Yeah, they keep always moving. Yeah. Good. All right.
Good.
That's it.
Cool.
This was East Meets West podcast with my buddy Steve Zalunardo, and I'm Hussein Kabani. If you guys have any questions, reach out to us. Thanks again, Holly, for your question.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was good. Yeah. All right.
Awesome, guys. Have a good day.
Take care.
Bye-bye.